I've got it. Hello, people of the world.
Yo, people.
Yes, we are back.
We are back.
So,
And it is -4 degrees out here. So you know that we're dedicated fuckers.
sorry I look like crap.
As I have my hot chocolate, and she's drinking a nice coffee in -4 degree weather, yes. What the fuck?
It's the first coffee I had in 4 days.
Yeah, well, whatevs. It's still a fucking iced coffee on a cold-ass fucking night.
Okay, so let's discuss who's in the box.
Ow.
Who's in your box?
Who's in your bags?
Okay. You have to do the first part. This is a recap.
Yeah, because Megan was... Okay, recap. PLL 414.
Yes.
Megan was on the phone discussing dolls at the premiere of the fucking episode. So, I just scribbled down a couple of things. And basically what I scribbled down was fucking Hannah making me laugh my ass off by going, she was pulled up out of the ground like a carrot, and how she referred to what they put on top of her as supposedly a gazebo as a gazebo, which it just had me laughing my ass off. But other than that, yes, Hannah had a theory that somebody else was buried in the box.
Hannah's acting very smart in this episode.
Yes.
She's like the thinker in this episode. I don't know. She's kind of concerning me a bit.
Indubitably.
What else? Jason is in Montana.
Oh yeah, he's driving around. He's in Montana. He's over here. He's over here. Nobody can get in touch with him at all.
Let's try and fix this. Sorry, guys.
Okay, we're gonna have a supremely far away video.
I don't want to hold it. You fucking hold it then.
Burning my... Okay, close up of my fucking dashboard.
Whatever. It's really hard to hold.
That's
okay.
what she said. Anyway.
All right.
Yes.
His mom only has an emergency number for him.
He can be reached in an
emergency. Yes. Like, what the fuck? Really?
Wouldn't you consider somebody being in a hospital and disappearing and never to be seen around the town again? And why do you always, every time we're having a video discussion, pop-ups keep popping up every single time? But wouldn't you consider an emergency to be, you disappeared out of the hospital. Where the fuck are you?
I don't know.
Anyway.
That's annoying. The whole Jason thing.
What the fuck? No one will hine Mrs. Marin?
Hire?
What? Oh, hire. No one will hine Mrs. Marin.
Nobody will hire Ashley. She's saying that even though she was not guilty, she's still not innocent. Nobody really is trusting her, whatever.
It's kind of like Jessup.
Then we have the whole creepy fucking, creepy quote on the board with Ezra and him talking about Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde. Like, okay.
They are making him...
To jump ahead a little bit, like at the end where we're seeing the snippet of next week's episode. Seriously?
Guys, okay, is there a possibility that he's in fact a bad guy? Yes. I really honestly do not think he is part of the A-team. Something more is going on. We've never seen him in a hoodie. Anytime we've ever
encountered an A-team
discovered
member.
Mona and Toby, we've seen them both in the in the hoodies. Right after we discovered that they were them. I mean, it's just, and you could say that he's the leader, whatever you want, but first of all, it's too early. He's not the leader. So, and I honestly think if he was on the A-team, Toby knew about Mona, Mona knew about Toby.
What is that?
Ow, it's a mole.
It was just begging to be like, help me. Anyway.
Toby knew about Mona. Mona knew about Toby. Why the fuck wouldn't they know about Ezra? And it almost seemed as though Ezra really doesn't know anything about them either. Like, I don't know. There's more to it than meets the eye. Like, I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced. Whatever. Spencer's dad wants her to stay away from Mrs. De Laurentiis. Why? I don't know. We read, my sister found a spoiler somewhere. I don't know if it is a spoiler or if it's just, made up shit. You can never believe anything you read on the internet, but I'm going to put it out there anyway.
Better give credit where credit is due.
My sister, remember in the beginning in the beginning of season 4 when we read Marlene King, or somebody said that Ashley Marin was going to be the most hated person in season 4?
Yes.
Up to this point, I don't hate her. I've never hated her. I actually felt bad for her.
Ashley Marin is my favorite parent out of the whole.
So going into this, is there going to be something that we find out about her that makes us hate her? Because it's not
maybe to our
alluding
video.
No, not not even that. I think somewhere we read online somewhere that that the reason that we're going to hate Ashley Marin is because she knew from the beginning that Allie was alive. So I don't know. Maybe that's something to look at. I guess I don't know. Again, I have written down here. Mona knows about Fitz now being part of the A-team or whatever.
Mona knows.
Does she really know in depth
or is
of
she
what's going on?
Straws?
Yeah. Does she really know? Does she not? What's the thing there? And then Ezra completely does like a freaking 360 on her, 380, whatever the hell you call it, and just completely starts to threaten her and shuts her completely down. So, is Ezra in fact this bad person that we're all hoping that he's not? I don't know. I honestly, I hate them as a couple, but I honestly feel that his love for Arya
is true.
And was it planned? Was it not? Whatever the case may be, I do feel that he has feelings for her now, and I don't think that he would hurt any one of the girls. I really, really, really have strong feelings that there's more to Ezra's character than we know. Whether he is maybe perhaps one of Allie's allies. Maybe he's been helping Allie this whole time.
But, and to quote another page, as in another, not page, but another page, being the most popular PLL page out there, is Allie really a friend to these girls? I mean, let's face it, we all thought, you and I both came up with, like, reasons that she might be good, but in all truth,
she has shared special moments with each of the girls, don't get me wrong, but name one thing that she has ever done good for these girls.
In all honesty.
As a friend. Like, myself personally, I've had friends out there that have done sweet things for me, and I'm like, oh, thank you. But they're not people that I'd rely on for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. Whereas I've had Gianna bend over backwards for me in some situations and really prove herself to be a friend, and that's what matters to me. You know what I mean? Like, these girls have had nothing done for them by Allison herself, except for being tortured. Like, she literally kind of almost blackmailed them into being her friend. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand why they feel the need to protect her. Is there more to the story?
Right, and even tagging along with even what Emily said tonight. I mean, she basically broke Emily's heart so bad, she said it herself, that it was like glass shattered inside of her heart. First of all joking aside, like whether or not she was actually interested in Emily like that or not, somebody that's a friend and knows that somebody else that is their friend is interested in the same sex, and using that, like basically trying to purposely hurt her, and she went and kissed her, and then she was like, you've seen the past
Think about it. I mean, we've all had friends that, like, any girls out there, or even guys, whatever. We've all had friends out there that we may have felt a little bit more for than the friend zone. And 99.9% of the time, if that person's a good friend, they're going to be like, look, I don't feel that way about you. I want to be your friend, but, you know, we can't do this, whatever. They're not going to lead you on and fucking hurt you if they are your true friend.
Well, in the case with men, a lot of times men
don't. Well, they think with their dicks.
Yeah.
Because they're dicky.
But I have a lot of male friends. And truth be told, and I know you'll back me up on this, guys make better friends than girls. In a lot of cases.
Guys...
Drama.
I feel like guys are a lot more reliable when it comes to certain things. I feel like a girl is more likely to back you up when it comes to other girls maybe hurting you. But I feel like a guy friend, if you have a guy friend, he'll be there for you no matter what you need. Do you know what I mean? Girls are very catty, and I don't think that they mean to be like that a lot of the time, but girls are very, very catty and very manipulative and very like, oh yeah, you could tell me whatever you want, and then they'll run and tell their other friends.
Right.
They'll do anything that they can to fit in. I mean,
especially in high school.
But anyway, well, let's get back to PLL. Yeah. Okay, so you know, Spencer and Toby go to this whatever Mainland, whatever the hell.
Mrs. Maitland?
Something, whatever the fuck the girl's name was.
I don't know. It reminded me of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
But,
whatever her name was, they went to her.
Then it came up with a different name, like the DeBourg Nines or something like that.
It was something weird.
I don't know, whatever.
But, they're pretty much telling her, like, look, you're going to have bad publicity on your hands unless you figure out what happened to Toby's mom and you come out with a statement that says, look, this is really what happened. But now they're telling Spencer's father, and her father is like, you could do a lot more with this information than you guys are. And I really feel that maybe Bradley being like an open case, whatever you want to call it, it's going to open a lot of secrets to this town. Like, I think that this is something good. So, Sarah and Allison are too similar.
Seriously.
They either knew each other or somebody out there wants you to think that they knew each other. This is either a setup or something's up.
And furthermore, okay, not for nothing, but who in the hell is going to show up at somebody's place of employment that they just met and tell them, pour out their heart to that person?
Yeah.
That was just, I was like,
and
really?
saying stuff that we know that Emily can relate to, because we know that all those girls have felt like that before. Like, happy that she was gone,
almost like
whatever.
She was set up to do that.
Yeah, something's up with that. Okay, I would feel more sympathy for Caleb in that scene at the end.
That pissed me off.
Had I been watching Ravenswood.
I don't watch Ravenswood. I'm sorry, guys. I know we said we were going to get into it. I know a lot of you agree. I cannot get into it. I talked to a person at work today who watches Pretty Little Liars.
Let's continue this.
Okay. And to be continued.